The BMPCC4k, the Fuji XT3, and the Canon M50. These three tools have guided my path as a filmmaker so far. My name is Johannes Wachsmuth, and I shoot music videos, commercials, and last year I made my first feature film, which won 4 awards in 4 entries, and is available now on Amazon Prime Video. My projects are ultra micro budget, but they don't look like it, mainly because of my eye and understanding of light and aesthetics, as well as my learned knowledge of staging. But without the right tools, even that wouldn't have been possible. For me, the tool, the camera, is the translator of my vision. In this video, we compare 3 magical tools of a micro-budget filmmaker and cinematographer. In this video, I do not compare specs or details in image quality. It's about the handling for a micro-budget filmmaker who mostly has his camera in his hands alone. It's about the aesthetics of the image and the field of application, in other words, the possibility of universal use of these cameras. I also have to mention that I will not show many shots of the camera, as I like it more to show the shots from the camera. That's what the camera is all about. So let's start. Form factor and handling. For someone like me, it is important to have a lightweight camera that can also be used in guerrilla situations. The monitor is a part of the form factor and is included in this category. BMPCC4k. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K is not necessarily a pocket camera if you compare it with the other 2 cameras in this video. It certainly doesn't fit in your pocket like the other 2 could. It is also not easy to balance it on a gimbal. Nevertheless, it works. You can hold the camera well in your hand to shoot, even without a rig. However, there is one major disadvantage that was only fixed with the Pocket 6K. The great screen cannot be tilted upwards, which is why you need a second monitor. This makes the camera unsuitable for extreme guerrilla situations. The flaps on the side of the connections are a bit annoying. Why don't they use a normal flap like the other cameras have? Therefore, only 3 of 5 stars to the form factor. Fuji XT3. The form factor of the Fuji is better, smaller and more compact and lighter. It is perfect for guerrilla situations. I shot this scene with this camera for a music video in a club, without permission. It wasn't even noticeable. I also didn't need an extra monitor, as the monitor can be raised upwards, what I like a lot. However, this type of filming only makes sense in situations like this, because I would always voluntarily use an external monitor, because the camera's monitor, which you can swivel upwards, is simply too small and not nearly as good as the Blackmagic one. Anyway, 4 of 5 stars. Canon M50. The Canon M50 is even lighter, also perfect for a gimbal. As the camera is so light, the gimbal also consumes less battery. You can only flip the monitor to the side, what is okay, but it is very small, so also 1 point less, 4 from 5 stars. Menu and playback. For a single operator on a camera with a micro budget who has to handle fast on set, the menu and the playback are very important. Quick viewing of the images, fast forward and rewind play an important role. BMPCC4k. The menu is amazing. Everything is easy, clear and fast to choose. The playback on the camera is outstanding, good and very fast. In guerrilla situations and situations where everything has to be fast, it is a pleasure to check the footage. This I cannot say about the next cameras. 5 from 5 stars. Fuji XT3. The menu is really annoying if you compare it with the one of the Blackmagic camera. Rewinding and fast forwarding is also annoying and not as good as from the Blackmagic. 1 from 5 stars. Canon M50. Here the menu is built up similar to the Fuji, but it has less options to choose, so 0 of 5 stars. Image quality and dynamic range. BMPCC4k. This camera delivers a beautiful image with an outstanding dynamic range. I made great shots in low light situations as well. 13 stops are cinematic quality for sure. And the reason why I choose this camera for my feature film. You can shoot in a flat log profile which calls film profile for the best results of dynamic range. It also has a dual native ISO of 400 and 3200, what delivers the best dynamic range. For a Micro Four Thirds sensor, it is really amazing. 5 from 5 stars. Fuji XT3. This camera really surprises and it keeps up with the Blackmagic with the image quality and the dynamic range. There is not a big difference. You also record either with the flat log profile and get the best result in case of dynamic range, or you film with the beautiful film simulations like Eterna, which is beautiful and do not need much color grading in the end. One of the best APS-C sensors out there. 5 of 5 stars. Canon M50. With the Canon you really can shoot cinematic images. It's all about lighting. But they will not reach the quality of the other two cameras. The dynamic range is not even close to the other cameras, but that explains of course the cheaper price of this APS-C sensor camera. The low light performance is not so great. There is also no flat log profile, but you can manually set it similar. In this video I compare the test shots of my feature film made with this Canon M50 and the final shots of my feature with the Blackmagic. The big difference is the dynamic range for sure. Anyway, I shot beautiful images with this camera and it is so much better than other cameras in that price range. You just cannot compare it with the two other cameras in this video. So 2.5 stars of 5. Battery life, BMPCC4k. The small batteries hold not very long, like 20 minutes maybe. So you need a lot of them. But that means you need to have the battery life always in mind and change quickly, which is a problem when the camera is on a gimbal. So for serious filmmaking you nearly always need a V-mount battery. Anyway, I shot my feature film with this camera without a V-mount battery, but we never shot more than 3 hours on one day, so my 7 batteries which I had was enough. 2 of 5 stars. Fuji XT3. The batteries of these cameras are better and hold double long. Therefore 3 of 5 stars. Canon M50. These batteries are similar to the Fuji and hold the same time. Also 3 from 5. Autofocus. I include this category because there are 1 or 2 situations where it is really helpful to have autofocus as a micro-budget single operating filmmaker, such as tracking with the gimbal. BMPCC4k. No autofocus at all, 0 of 5 stars. Fuji XT3. Good autofocus but not great. I had some issues with the continuous autofocus. 3 of 5. Canon M50. The best autofocus from this comparing, I would say. I like the touch autofocus, which worked lightly better. than on the Fuji. 4 from 5 stars. Overall user experience. I don't think it's fair simply add up all points from the categories before and choose a winner. That's why I have created this category that combines all the points. This category is about the fun factor of using the camera, combined with the results the cameras deliver, the image quality, and so on. In short, the overall use of the camera and the experience value. BMPCC4k. This camera makes it great fun to shoot and be creative. The large monitor is fun and the menu makes my heart beat faster. This makes up for the lack of autofocus and the form factor. 1 point less because the monitor cannot be tilted. 4 from 5 stars. Fuji XT3. The results with this camera are just as good, but the way to get there is much more difficult due to the small monitor, the outdated menu, and the weak playback function. The autofocus saves another point. Even if this camera has the most options and is packed full of great features, only 2 of 5 stars. Canon M50. This camera may not really belong in this category. It's really great but doesn't offer the quality of the other 2 cameras and has the same weaknesses as the Fuji in terms of small monitor and menu, therefore 1 of 5 stars. I like them all and use them as very useful tools to express myself artistically. But here it is, the result. Place 3. Canon M50 with 50.5 stars. Place 2. Fujifilm X-T3 with 18 stars. Place 1. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K with 19 stars. I hope I could help you to find the perfect tool for your creative expression. Thanks for watching and see you soon.